Hello, Cancers. Welcome to your general horoscope reading here for September 2018. So Cancer, as always, share with me, how you're feeling, what's going on right now. How did the eclipses treat you? We finally finished those up. Had the last eclipse on the new moon that was in Leo in August. Okay, so a lot of that energy and some of that retrograde energy is ending as well. So the slowdown, reflecting, and big, heavy, sort of transformative this and that that has been going on, Cancer. It is coming to a still. And things are moving direct again. All right, so woohoo, give yourself a pat on the back. But yeah, drop me a comment below. Let me know how's it going. So Cancer, I want to note here before we get into the astrology and we wait for your cards and all that to pop out. If you want to connect with me more and get more like tips and just fun stuff also with me, connect with me more on social media. I'm on Instagram. Follow me at joshua.lionlight. And I like to share a lot of sort of extra tidbits on there. So, try to keep it cool and interesting. All right, so Cancer, what a month. I mean, September has so much going on astrologically. I mean, we had like the big eclipses going on last month, but there's a lot going on. Aspects and just in the sky with all the planets in September in Virgo season. So, Virgo season is pretty good for you. Virgo season is an earth sign. And so it's complementary to your water. And so I first want to note, I'm kind of going out of order, but, bear with me. I'm sure you can follow me. So on the 9th of September, we'll have the Virgo new moon. And then Venus will move into the sign of Scorpio. And so this will be an excellent day to really take a look at, healing and health habits. Like habits, though, that are a part of your daily routine, your daily schedule, your daily dieting, Cancer. That kind of stuff, like how you truly take care of yourself on a day-to-day basis. So, and with the Venus moving into Scorpio, that's very sort of taking a long, good look at those routines and dieting and health habits, okay? But it's very nurturing and healing. So I like the feels with that new moon. I hope you do too. So on the 24th, we'll have the full moon, and that'll be in the sign of Aries, all right? Aries is that fiery ram. And Aries planet, which is Mars, has been retrograde for a little while, but it will be direct this month, so that's good news. So some of that volatile or extra assertive, even aggressive energy is tempering out this month. And Cancer, I feel like your cards are done shuffling. I feel like we're meant to draw yours. And I'm going to take 2 off the top here. And I'm going to go ahead and draw out the rest while we're talking about the astrology. Okay. Moving on. So, a notable event that you have going on for all of us, and man, is it powerful, on the 11th. So the last new moon and solar eclipse was on the 11th, but in September on the 11th here, we have the sun sextiling Jupiter, and then the sun will also be trining Pluto. So this is good news for all of us because this is truly some aspects and beautiful signs in the stars of financial rewards, breakthroughs regarding money, business, career. changes of your worth, and those sort of changes and evolvements happening more easily, flowing more easily, less resistance. I know I've heard from some of you Cancers last month that there was a lot of resistance, to the changes that are happening in your life. And I understand my moon sign is in Cancer, so I consider myself part of your tribe. And I struggle sometimes. I will catch myself in this mode of resisting, and subconsciously you kind of start just doing it, without completely realizing it. But Cancer, when you can recognize that, and you will, you tend to intuitively pick up fast. So when you intuitively pick that up and you recognize your own resistance, you gotta take a deep breath and just exhale. Do that for me, Cancer. Because the less you resist, the more of the positive feels you're going to get. And the more you'll be able to embrace the changes instead of, clash with them. So bear that in mind. The 11th, though, positive, beautiful things happening. And I'm going to go ahead and take you down, Cancer, so you can look at your cards. While you're doing that, I want to note the 15th and 16th. Mercury will trine Pluto, and then Mercury will sextile Jupiter. So kind of similar energy, honestly, to what we have going on the 11th. But this is going to be more about your personal message, Cancer, to the world, involving writing or speaking, telling your story, your truth. If you are a creative writer or speaker and you deal with communication, this is going to be a beautiful time where things can flow very free. I mean, you're going to be very spiritually connected and in tune, and that's just going to allow for things to flow out of your mouth, flow from the pen onto paper so much more freely. So that's gorgeous, Cancer. On the 20th, we'll have the Sun conjuncting Mercury. And so this is a golden opportunity for you to use your words, writing, communication in such a profound way that it creates profound results. Seriously, Cancer, it's beautiful. And then you can't forget, on the 22nd of September will be the fall equinox, and when Libra season hits. So that's a power day, and woohoo, fall! Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and draw some runes, Cancer, and I feel like, whoop! Alright, they kind of just plopped into my hand, so you have 4 here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and shape these. Here we go. Alright. Whoop, this one landed way up there. That's weird. Guess. Okay. So Cancer, in the extended video reading, of course that link will be below in the descriptions box, we'll go over more of the astrological things because there's so much going on. So it's hard to break it all down in this video. So, we'll go into more depth about the astrology and the days and the extended as well. But let's get to your intuitive message. Yeah. Yeah, so automatically, Cancer, I'm getting a very strong premonition and message of the Ace of Cups being the center of your reading. Beautiful card, by the way. I love this. There's some very powerful and strong, intuitive signs, messages that are raising your senses, raising your awareness, and informing you this month in September. I feel like for you, it really could be happening close to the 3rd of the month and towards that Virgo new moon. Around the 3rd of the month, we also have Mercury sextiling Venus, okay? So there's something here about you and someone else intuitively connecting. Because you have Legaz and Weird right here, in between the Ace of Cups and then between the Two of Cups, which you have at the top. So there is some sort of intuitive, magnetic even connection that you are developing with someone. It's almost like you two are picking up on each other's thoughts and feelings without having to say much at all. And there's something really beautiful and significant about that. But also, Cancer, simply put, your powers of intuition, and even some of you who are very psychic, or even if you're not that psychic, some, big psychic revelations are showing up for you here, especially around that new moon, because Weird here is the blank rune. And so it's all dark. It makes me think of the new moon. The new moon is the black moon, okay? And so then you have Legaz, divine femininity, intuition, spirituality, with the Ace of Cups, your element. Very spiritual month with all kinds of intuitive downloads coming at you. But there's something, like I said, for a lot of you Cancers, where you're connecting. You're making that sort of magnetic bond with someone. And there's an exchange of energy going on there. It's really healing, though. It's really healing, really loving. And I feel like a lot of you Cancers are extending your healing hand to some this month. And by doing so, there's definitely some gain and rewards to be had from doing so. So you're not wrong to give away some of that loving, healing energy of yours. I feel like someone in your family, a lot of you Cancers, someone in your direct family is needing some help, and you're giving them the emotional support they need. And in return, you might be getting some financial support. So isn't that funny how that plays out sometimes? Now, I think it's important going into Virgo season here for you Cancer, though, to rest up a little bit. You have the Four of Swords. Because you are going to be giving a lot of your energy and that emotionally supportive, nurturing glow, that glow that you have, Cancer. You're going to need to rest up in order to do that, because you're going to be giving away a lot of energy this month. So make sure you do take some time to rest up, collect yourself a little bit. That is going to serve you very well. It's going to help protect your energy and help you sort of recognize any energy vampires, as we might call them as well. And I'm saying that because we have Awaz down here, okay? Awaz is kind of really informing me that there's There's like that lingering sense of someone wanting to sort of come in and just take over and suck some of your, your giving nature, your emotionally stabilizing energy. So, just be cautious of that a little bit. But I feel like as long as you rest up and you allow yourself to become more aware beforehand, you exercise and practice, just observation and keen observing skills, that you'll be fine. You'll be fine, but just make sure you rest up for yourself. Take the time to meditate, take the time to do some extra cat naps. Do it, do it, do it. It will serve you. So down here below, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so some strong passions. I feel like this is you kind of almost throwing some like hot water at someone. And I don't mean that like in a bad way. Let's see. How can I phrase this for you, Cancer? It's almost like you inviting someone into your hot spring or your hot tub of salt water. I know that's a weird kind of example, but that's the feeling I'm getting here with the Knight of Swords underneath all these cups. So your passion and ability to kind of heat up and relax the people or the situation you're in this month in September is so beautiful, so powerful, Cancer. You truly have that ability this month to create that environment of relaxation for yourself, for others. And I feel like a lot of you Cancers are really going on this journey that is exciting you this month. And I'm feeling like it's ultimately a very intuitive, internal journey, okay? Because the Knight of Wands is at the bottom of the reading. And then at the very top of the reading, we haven't showed you yet, you had Perdro. Perdro popped up at the top. Legaz. And Perdro are some of the most, if not the most, intuitive, psychically connected runes in the rune set. So this is very much more an internal sort of excitement and passion that is the driving force here. It's where that heated sort of warm, hot water, spring of water is coming from you this month. And so, there's something that is really kind of exciting you, perhaps coming from Leo season. It's really sort of caused this excitement within you again, Cancer. And it's like, it's a steady thing, from resting, taking that time to rest, where you start discovering this sort of excitement and adventure again. So, you see how it starts from the internal space here? See, Cancer? So, wow. And then by expressing and bringing those passions and that heated feel and nurturing those nurturing qualities that you have to your room, to your relationship this month, Cancer, you're met with the 10 of Pentacles here. You're met with such stabilizing, security. I'm getting the word security, stabilizing, support. This a very secure sort of support group coming in here for you. And I'm getting the message for a lot of you Cancers that there can definitely be some extra money gained here, especially whenever you give. Right here, you give of your emotional energy and your emotional wisdom, that emotional healing wisdom, when you do that, others want to help you out in return. Cancers, others are wanting to meet you and help you out and give you your worth. They're wanting to give you your worth in September here. And like I said at the beginning too, here, I'm saying that for some of you, this is directly dealing with family. So family in the home. And I feel like there's just a beautiful exchange of feelings as long as you allow yourself time to digest the intuitive downloads and then share some of the emotional burden and some of those just intuitive downloads that you get. Sharing those, you're met with support, Cancer, this month. It's so strong, so powerful. Look, Two of Cups then at the top of your reading. I mean, there is a big focus. Again, I can't remember exactly, but I feel like last month there's a pretty big focus maybe in regards to relationships and partnership, but it's showing up for you again here. It's showing up again for you in September, in Virgo season. And it's like the universe and your guides are really pushing you towards someone who is just aligned with you, your vision, your energy. You two are just like clicking this month. And for those of you coupled, my goodness, commitments and words of affirmation are showing up strong here. There's a sense of you and your partner truly connecting and getting some real understanding. Coming to this real safe sort of space where you can communicate and feel understood by the other person. Like, whew, it's lovely. It's lovely. Yeah, Cancer. It is ultimately a wildly profound, intuitive month for you. And your psychic sense is elevated. Your sense of adventure, it's starting in here. And you're being invited to unburden yourself and share some of those passions and share some of those emotional things. And then by doing so, it's just creating like a whole new sort of support system for you. Some of you might be finding an entirely new support group with this kind of energy too. So that is gorgeous. And at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, you have the Strength card. So, the heartfelt energy, the loyal, heartfelt energy is so wonderfully strong for you this month. It is surrounding you. It's surrounding you like a pack of lions. The heart energy and just emotional energy flow of support is surrounding you like a pack of lions. In a positive way, of course. So, wow. Yeah, that really concludes your message, Cancer. You know, love and connection looks really strong for you again this month. Especially you ladies and females, whatever, out there. And I say that because, you know, Lagaz is that feminine energy. So a lot of you can really be rekindling or just meeting your match in many ways. So your intuition is spiked, Cancer. You can trust it. And again, really the only cautioning sort of thing, major advice I have to you is this Four of Swords. Making sure you take time, especially going into the month of September, taking time to rest up. Because you'll be giving a lot. There'll be a lot of exchanging. And it'll take a lot of effort and energy. I mean, look at you. Your internal drive is like peaking. So Cancer, if any of you do want to do a one-on-one personal reading with me, you know, specific question or just a general look at your chart life, get in contact with me. My email and all that will be below. And of course, the extended reading link, you'll get to pick your animal spirit oracle message between 1, 2, and 3 in the extended video reading as well. And so we'll discuss your animal guide there. Link is below, of course. And yeah, Cancer, really soak it up this month. That's what I'm getting for you. Soak it up. Spend some more time with family and close ones. And try to spend some more time outside as well. I feel like that's really going to be good for you, especially in Virgo season here. So all the very best, Cancer. I will talk to you soon.